Nicola Sturgeon's SNP has been handed a huge boost after a poll shows the majority of Scots have faith in the SNP, and doubt the ability of the Westminster government. The results left the SNP gloating in Westminster, with one senior politician claiming it showed they were winning the battle. The panel-based poll asked respondents whether they agreed or disagreed with the statement, "I have more confidence in the economic competence of the Scottish Government in Edinburgh than in the UK Government in Westminster." The results showed 59% of Scots have more confidence in the Scottish Government to manage the economy compared with the government in Westminster. This was compared to 26% who trusted Boris Johnson over the Scottish Government. The remaining 15% said they weren't sure. A second statement, which respondents were asked for their views on, said, "Independence would be good for Scotland's economy." The results showed 48% agreed independence would be good for the economy compared to just 38% who didn't agree. The final statement said, "Brexit will be good for Scotland's economy." In response, excluding those who said they didn't know, 68% thought Brexit would be bad for Scotland's economy. This included 68% of Labour voters, 89% of Lib Dems and 84% of SNP supporters. Pro-independence organisation Business for Scotland commissioned the poll for Panelbase, with Chief Executive Gordon McIntyre campaigning the results. He added, "That's a massive indictment of Boris Johnson's government and of the economic credentials of British nationalism." Scotland's economy is run by Westminster and the Conservative government's Brexit omni-shambles with its comparatively poor performance in handling COVID-19, including the threat to end the furlough scheme at the end of October regardless of the needs of business, is driving more and more people to believe in Scotland's ability to manage its own economy. I am tempted to ask how anyone could possibly think it couldn't. Brexit and the economic mismanagement of the Westminster government are the key factors driving support for Scottish independence. The UK was held together in 2014 by economic scaremongering and the promise that the UK would stay in the EU. Brexit has already disproved one of those unionist promises and is now dismantling the economic case for the UK. Keith Brown MSP, deputy leader of the SNP, added, "This is a ringing endorsement of the SNP's record in government, with voters choosing to put their trust in Nicola Sturgeon instead of Boris Johnson. It's also more evidence, if we needed it, that we are winning the argument over Scotland's future." The SNP's vision to create a flourishing economy, and fairer society, could not be further at odds with the Brexit chaos on offer at Westminster. We will continue to work hard for the people of Scotland, and deliver what's best for the country as we look to recover from this pandemic. The poll brings welcome good news for the SNP government after the latest GERS economic figures showed Scotland faced an eye-watering public spending gap of more than £40 billion. Scotland's fiscal deficit grew to 8.6% of GDP, in 2019-20, according to the data, up from 7.4% the year before, while the UK deficit stood at 2.5% of GDP, compared to 1.9% last year. The figures were branded a «hammer blow» to Nicola Sturgeon's independence plans by the Scottish Conservatives. The latest panel-based poll contacted 1,011 Scots between the 12th and the 18th of August.